Hello everyone, welcome to day 16th of May Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is binary tree cameras. In this question we are given a binary tree and we need to install cameras at various nodes of the tree such that the complete tree is covered. A camera at any node can monitor itself, its parent and its intermediary children. We need to calculate the minimum number of cameras that are needed to monitor the complete tree. So without much ado, let's look at the solution using the presentation that I have created for this, and let's get started. So let me just take a pen here and start the slideshow. Binary tree cameras, lead code 968. This question is hard question on lead code. However, it's a simple question. If you are aware of any tree traversals, you will be able to understand the logic and do it by yourselves. So stay tuned. So I'm reiterating what was told in the question. The question said that there is a binary tree and we need to install cameras in this tree such that the complete tree is covered. The range of any particular cameras is across its parent. For example, if I install a camera here, it will be able to monitor the parent, its intermediary children, the first level children, and the node itself. So this camera actually covers in all the 4 nodes, and hence we only need one camera for this particular tree. The other possibility could have been where we install a camera at this index, the root of the tree, and 2 cameras at the second level of the tree. In such a case as well, the complete tree is covered. However, the number of cameras that are required are 3. So the previous solution was better than this because we intend to find the minimum one out. Hence, we'll only install one camera in order to cover the complete tree. Now let's talk about the approach. Let's hypothetically assume that this is a binary tree that is given to us. The incomplete arm indicates that there could be more nodes at that particular level. For example, here we could have another subtree, here we could have another subtree, here we could have another subtree. So let's talk about various possibilities in which we can cover the complete tree. One possibility could be we install the camera at this particular node, and this will cover this node, the root of the tree, and the children, as well as we install another camera at this particular node, and whatever the remaining subtree starting from this index is, it is already covered. Let's assume that. So there are 2 possibilities. You install the node at this index and this index. In this case, you understood that although this node was already covered by this camera, however, we added a camera at its intermediary children. It is also covering the node, but the importance of this node is to cover the complete remaining tree. So let's talk about another possible solution of the same tree. In this case, we install a camera at the second node present here. It will cover this particular node and this node. We will also install another camera at node number 4 so that the subtree starting from the 5th node gets covered. The complete subtree starting from the 5th node gets covered. Although this node was already covered by virtue of the node number 2, but still we had to install the camera at 2 consecutive places at 2 consecutive levels in the same tree. So there could be a possibility when we have to do this, instead of going the alternative approach, alternative way. At every alternate level you are installing the camera. I just wanted to highlight this possibility of the solution as well. So let's talk about how in reality we are gonna deal with this. So we'll go in a bottom-up fashion and we'll try to identify what all nodes need a camera, what all nodes are already covered by some camera, and what all nodes actually do not require a camera. If we have this information from each node, we can maintain a global total variable and update it whenever we see that a particular node needs a camera. So I'll explain more during the coding part of it, but just remember that we are going in a bottom-up fashion. So let's move on to the coding part. I have defined 4 variables here. The first one means that this particular node needs a camera. The second one means that this particular node already has a camera. The third one means that this particular node is already covered by some virtue, either the parent node has a camera, or the child node has a camera, or the current node itself has a camera, and the last one signifies that the camera is not needed for the current case. I'll tell you which case is that. Apart from this, I have also declared a variable known as camera count, which will keep on increment whenever we actually find a need to have a new camera in the system. So let's process the tree, and let's call get camera status for each node and pass in the root there. The problem reduces to writing this helper method correctly, and we'll follow the post order traversal, the left node first followed by the right node and then the current node. So let's just write this helper method, get camera status for each node, and we'll return int from it. I'll tell you why in the later part of the video, so stay tuned. And I'll pass in root there. So the first check I'll have is whether the root is already null. If that is the case, then no camera is needed. So I'll simply return not needed state. So these four variables are acting as states of an enum. You can also replace them by an enum probably. And let's do another check. If it's a leaf node, then we surely need a camera there. So let's check for that. If root.left equals to null and root.right equals to null, if that is the case, then we surely need a camera. So we'll return needs camera status. And let's try and calculate the statuses of its left child and its right child. So left status equals to get camera status for each node, root.left followed by right status, get camera status for each node, root.right. And once we have the status of its right child and left child, we'll do some processing on it. If the left status turns out to be needs camera, or the right status turns out to be needs camera, either of the case, then we need to install one more camera in the system so as to cover the current node. So what we are going to do, we will simply update the camera count because we are installing one new camera here, and we'll return has camera for the current node because the current node now has a camera since we installed one there. Let's talk about the other case. If the left status turns out to be has camera, the left subtree already has a camera, and the right subtree already has a camera. That means the current node is already covered since the left tree has the camera or the right tree has a camera. We'll simply return covered in those cases because we don't need a camera at the current node. So consider this as something like your left tree has one camera, so a camera is installed here, or there could be a case a camera is installed here. In both these cases, this particular node gets covered by virtue of these cameras, either ways, this one or this one. Therefore, we don't need a camera at this particular index. This is what we are doing here. So let's move on to the coding part. As a default return statement, we actually need a camera, so we'll simply return needs camera status. And let's just talk about one particular case that is left. So let's hypothetically assume that the tree has only one node, 10, and both of its children are null. In those cases, what will happen? This method will be invoked, and since it's a leaf node, the root itself is a leaf node, needs camera status will be returned, and the camera count will still remain 0. In those cases where needs camera status is returned, we need to add one more camera to the system, and this is what we are going to do. So if camera status turns out to be needs camera, so as to cover that particular node starting at the root, comes out, if the current status comes out to be needs camera for the topmost root level, we will add 1 to the camera count. So camera count equals to camera count plus 1, otherwise camera count remains the same. So let's try this up and hopefully it will pass. Looks good, and let me just submit it. Accepted. What is the time complexity of this approach? The time complexity is order of n, since you are traversing the nodes once in the tree, and the space complexity is equal to log n, which signifies the depth of the tree. Hope you enjoyed today's session. If you liked it, please don't forget to share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Also, have a great day ahead. Thanks for watching it.